Should we give people a second chance? In relationships, intimate, romantic, or even friendships, should we give people a second chance? I think the answer may surprise you. It's yes, we can give people a second chance, and maybe not. You see, we come into relationships for a reason, a season, a lifetime. It's important to understand that that relationship is going to give us something, and we are going to give something into that container of relationship. We all have a basic desire and need to be seen, heard, understood, respected, accepted. These needs, they flow into the relationship, but sometimes when we have too much damage, unresolved childhood trauma or wounding, pain from the past that we haven't really dealt with, that we've suppressed, that we think is beyond us, that we've moved past it, but actually is driving our everyday behaviors and actions, we sometimes hurt people. And in hurting people, we push people away and we isolate ourselves. This behavior becomes our norm. It becomes familiar, and therefore it becomes safe. We almost become hormonally addicted, neurologically addicted to these behaviors. Our brains are patterned to these behaviors because our brains are pattern recognizing machines. And so we're just going to be on repeat because familiarity feels good. And so sometimes you'll find that you're just repeating the same behaviors. You're having the same types of relationships, but with different people, as they say, with a different haircut, different face, different name. Now, until you're able to look at your stuff, own your past, own your pitfalls or downfalls, or the way that you're not showing up healthily in relationship, maybe you're not being open and vulnerable, maybe you're not sharing, maybe you're lying, maybe you're unfaithful in the relationship. And this is a common pattern because you have a fear of commitment. And so when you're in a relationship, you feel really tight, but parts of you want to be in a relationship, and then other parts of you cheat so that you feel free. Until you look at this behavior, you'll never change it. Until you're willing to change it, you'll never change it. And so can we give people second chances? Yeah, we can. But they need to be willing to change. They need to be working with someone, a therapist, a counselor, a coach, someone that can give them outside perspective. That individual needs to want to make a difference in their lives and begin to live a different life. So you know that old saying, a leopard never changes his spots? Well, a leopard does change its spots if it is aware of them. Of course, not a literal leopard, but if we're aware of our downfalls, if we're aware of the way that we're behaving that isn't healthy, and we want to seek change in our lives because we're tired of experiencing pain, we're living from old fear, unresolved trauma, maybe we hate our mother or father and we just don't realize it, but until we deal with this really deep stuff, we're not going to want to change. But people do deserve a second chance at life and maybe at the relationship, and maybe there's too much water under the bridge, and that's a personal choice that you have to make. However, to completely discount second chances, well, I think that's a little rigid. But here's the thing, and this is the most interesting part of this. You get to choose. You get to empower yourself. You get to make the choice. Step into an empowered place where you use your voice. That could be an important part of your healing as well, where you use your voice to make a decision around, should I be in this relationship again? Because if I am, you have to commit to being a different person, and that person needs to be a different person. It needs to be a different relationship because you're both doing that deeper inner psychological, emotional, spiritual work. Power and blessings.